In this lesson, we're going to take that item collection system that we've been working on and learn how we can apply it into our gameplay to collect that dagger object finally. Now later in this course, we will go over collecting the key and the health power-up, but we'll get there as those items come into our game. So let's just focus on the items we can one at a time here. For this dagger, how are we going to set it up so we collect this thing? So basically what we want to have happen is when we're in danger mode and we walk in front of this vase here, and it sets our player state to can collect item, then what we're going to do is we're just going to go and we're going to hit the up arrow key, and then when we hit that, we're going to say play our collection animation where his arms start flying around and he looks towards the vase there. And then we're going to apply some animation events to the start and end of it. At the start, we want to actually freeze his movement so we can't move our character around and slide him around as he's collecting. And then we're going to have it so at the end of the animation, we'll trigger another event to re-enable his character's movement. We also need to say, hey, set the item number to 1 because we're collecting the dagger. That's going to run case 1 in our switch statement we created. So it's quite a mouthful there, but I promise you this is the most advanced it's going to get for collecting items in this game. So let's get started here. First things first, we have some errors. Look at this. I left you guys hanging with these. I'm sorry about that. So false, simple. I'm sure you could have figured it out, but I just forgot a semicolon there. There's one error, my bad. And then this, I assigning a variable that I didn't even create because we deleted that in the previous one. I just forgot to delete the assignment there. So let's save this script out, and we should have a clean slate here to move forward. There we go. We got it. So now let's get started. So what I want to do here is when we walk in front of this vase, our can collect on our player state here. Can collect dagger is true. Let's hit the up arrow key, trigger that animation, and get some stuff happening here. So let's go to our sprite player and let's go to our character anim controls. I want to open up this script. Cool. So let's figure out here. I'm going to need that player state script to say when he can, to see when he can collect that dagger finally. So I'm just going to say player state script creation, script variable. All right, so let's go private. I want to go player state. Okay, player state. There, we have it created. Just going to copy this one. Assigning our player state variable. Paste this. Just going to change a few little things here. Player state equals, and that is on WrapTucks character, get component, player state. All right, save it. We are good. Player state. So that's all good. We're awesome here. Okay, so void update. Yep, I want to be in here. Now let's create this for our WrapTucks collect dagger animation. So let's go like this. Let's go if our input dot get key. We just need to get key. no down or ups for this one. Okay, so and then let's go key code dot same. We want to go up arrow and just like so. Okay, so if we hit the key code up arrow and we want to have character movement dot grounded. Hey, let's throw that in there. That's a good one. Character movement dot grounded. If he's grounded, I'm down with that. Okay, and then we also want to have if player state dot can collect dagger is true. Alrighty, I think that covers the gamut there. Now let's go on into this if statement here. Let's go anim dot set bool. We don't have this set up yet. We're going to go ahead and do that, but I just want to say collect dagger boolean, and then let's set that to true. All right, so let's go and let's go to our game again here. All right, and now let's create our animator transition. So let's go searching. That's the animation I want to call upon. This, I don't need walk. I have his walk rocking over there. So search. So let's create our boolean that we called upon. And that's going to be collect dagger. No space. I don't believe I did that. Okay, so now let's go. So from walking, we want to be able to collect our dagger because we're going to be in our idle or walk state. So now let's create our conditions here. Let's go collect dagger, true. And once it's done playing that, it'll just exit back to our idle again. Okay, so there's our animation all set up. And here's the deal. Remember this thing was creating some delay? Let's make this transition pretty short. And this one, exit time, sure, I'll just keep that as is. Let's save our game here. All right, so now let me go back to my script here. Let's open that back up. WrapTucks sprite. Oh, cool. Double clicked, framed it. I was ahead of myself there. Okay, input set bool collect dagger is true. Perfect. So this here, let's create a comment and let's say play back our collection animation. Okay, so that's all our script for this one here. And now let's play this back and see what we're getting. We are in here, can collect dagger is false. I'm hitting the up arrow, nothing's happening. I'm in our perimeter, nothing's happening. Gonna set danger mode on, go back, and now our can collect dagger is now true. That's the state we're relying on. I hit the up arrow key, there we go. And now it's playing this. And you can see it's looping. I don't want that animation to be looping at all. I want it to be, see there's a little glitch, it goes back to idle, then it just says, oh, loop again, loop again. So let's set that to not loop. WrapTucks search. And it is not looping actually. So what's going on here? Well, now we're gonna really have to get into our animation events. Okay, and this is where we can fix a lot of these problems. Because right now we need to set it to false. So what it's happening, it's going down, it's saying, oh, this is true. Okay, when we hit the up arrow, it set it to true. So let's play, exit, and then, oh, it's still true. Let's go back and loop it. So right now we created our own loop, which we don't want to do. So let's see, how long is this animation play? Is this how long I want it to be collecting? I want it to be collecting a little bit longer than this. I think so. So let's just go to our game here. Oh, I'm on the wrong animation. That's a problem. Let's go to search. There we go. Yeah, I figured that this was pretty quick. It's only a couple frames. So let's just select these keyframes. Let's extend this so it's a little bit more fun. There we go. He'll collect it for about that much time. That gives us enough time to put our events in here and have it work correctly. Okay, so let's go to our WrapTuck character and let's call upon some, or let's actually create a new script here for our animation events that we want to help control and guide this whole process. So let's create a C# script and we're going to say character anim events. All right, just like we created the events for our props, we're going to create an event script for our player as well. And let's assign it to the sprite because that's where these animations lie on, right? Let's go to, let's find that script. Where'd it go? Character anim events. I have to have sprite player. Perfect. So let's go in here. All right, so what do we need to have happen? We need to freeze our player's movement and we need to unfreeze his movement. And then we need to set his animation state back to true and then call upon that switch. So there's quite a few things going on here. So let's quickly blast through this here. All right, so first things first, let's get this character movement thing happening here. So private character movement, character movement. Creating that variable. I'm gonna awakeify this. Awake. What other scripts do we need to have happen here? So we've got our movement thing handled, and now we need to actually access our item collection. So let's go like this. Let's go item, oops, sorry. Private item collection system, item collection system. Okay, and then the last thing is just our character animation controls. So this is where we will be able to switch our bool to false on that whole collection animation there. That'll fix that crazy loop that we have happening, okay? So character anim controls. All right, and let's go char anim controls. Cool, cool, cool. Now we need to gain or assign these variables now. Perfect. So we now have assigned all those variables. So let's go. We don't need this update for our events list here. Okay, and then we're just going to create all our functions here. So let's go animation event functions. All right, so this first one here is going to say freeze character movement, and then we need one for unfreeze character movement. Okay, and then we need to set our animation state. So let's go set animation state to false for collection, and we need to set item number to 1, and then we need to call upon our item collection switch. Now all of these three things I'm going to put in one master function. I'm going to say master function of dagger collect. Alrighty. So right away, let's take care of this freeze character movement. Now remember, we did this in the other lesson, so it's pretty simple actually. So let's create a function for it. Let's just go freeze char movement. Simple as that. Let's go public void freeze character movement. Create this, and then let's go and just quickly copy this and paste it and say unfreeze. Unfreeze character movement. All right, so we have our two base functions here that we just need to go ahead and fill in now. To do that, we just need to call upon our character movement variable that we've created, and we just need to go .enabled equals false. Simple as that. Freeze the character's movement, just like we did in the other lessons. I'm just going to copy and paste this. Say it's back to true, because now we want to unfreeze him. So those are our two functions for that stuff there, okay? And let's separate this a little bit. There we go. And now we need to create our master function here. All right, so this is going to be dagger collect. Dagger collect. So let's go like so. Let's go public void collect dagger. Nice and easy to recognize. Let's create our brackets here. And let's work on this one thing at a time. Let's set our item number first. So let's go like so. So our item numbers in our item collection system, item collection system dot, we want to get access to that item collect variable or item number variable equals 1. There we go. Now we've set it to be dagger. Okay, and now I'm just going to comment that out and say set item number to 1 for the dagger collection case. All right, all well and good. And now what do we need to do? We need to call upon that item collection script or switch. Okay, so let's scroll down here. There we go. So we need to go item collection system dot. We need to call upon that function. So let's call upon item collection switch. Just like so, calling upon a function, so brackets and semicolon. All right, so what's next? We need to get access to that animator that's on our sprite object and set its collecting dagger to false. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that right now. So let's go, that's on char anim controls, and we need to access that anim variable that we created. But if you look here, we don't have access to it. Now, why would that be? Let's look over here for a second. Character anim controls, because this is a private variable we created. Now we need this to be public, remember, if we want to be able to access it through other scripts. So let's go public. Change that quickly. Now we should have full access to that now. Anim, there we go, shows up instantaneously. Anim.set bool. Then we want to get access to that boolean for collect dagger. And we want to set it to false. And there we have it. We have our collect dagger function created, and we have our freeze character and unfreeze character, and our animations being called, and we just need to set these animation events quickly, and we should be ready to go here. There we go, error's gone. Okay, no errors, it's always good to see. So sprite player, let's go to our search animation. There he is. And you'll see this white dot here. I fixed it for your artwork so you won't be seeing that with your grid there. Just an overlap in the grid sprite cut up there. All right, so let's set our very first animation event on this one. So let's create one here. And because this character anim event script is on this sprite player object, we can easily go and say freeze character movement. First frame of this animation, he's going to be frozen in place. And then we want to go to the last. Let's go to the second last, and we'll unfreeze his character movement. Okay. And I actually did that to the wrong event. So I'm going to create a new event first. That's pretty important. And actually, let's say when he's in here, let's collect the dagger now. Okay. And now let's create an event on the last frame of this. And let's say unfreeze character movement. Alright, so we now have our animation set up and our animation events all ready to go. So let's give this a test. Alrighty, so let's go to our sprite player and let's see, will he get the dagger? Let's find out. Okay, so I'm in here, hitting up, nothing's happening, so we're not in our full functioning thing. So now we're here, we can collect the dagger. Now I'm gonna hit the up arrow key and see what happens. I'm doing that, I can't move my character, I'm trying. Now I can because my animation events took place, and look at this, I do have the dagger now. That's so good. Alright, so that's how we have now gone ahead and used our item collection switch so far to collect our very first item. We've used a whole whack load of techniques in this lesson to get this to work. So go ahead and play around with that, get that working in your game, and we're going to move forward now, and we're going to start seeing how we've now collected this item. Let's figure out how we can use it, throw it, and get rid of it, and then go back and collect it again. So I'll see you in the next lesson where we're going to start creating some new projectiles and throwing these things away. Alright, I'll see you there.